Hey, I'm Chef Dan. I'm almost vegan, and I just completed my 155th video, Braciole, right? And you're going to see that video in just a moment. But before you do, we have a situation. 155 videos, and this is the first one where the plan that I went into the video with is not the same plan I came out with. You'll see that in the beginning I take that butternut squash and I'm using the stem to make what was like supposed to be the meat. I was going to cook it and tenderize it a little bit and then roll the filling into it. Well, that didn't work out the way I planned it. So I had to switch up in the middle of the video and use eggplant instead. Hey, the recipe came out awesome. And sometimes that happens in a recipe. And you just have to use the culinary skills that you have and adapt. Hey, that's what chefs do. So enjoy the video. Let's get cooking. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring that bell, because when you do, you get notified of all my delicious dishes. Like today's dish. We're taking a heavy dish like Braciole and we're lightening it up. Get rid of the beef and bring in some beautiful butternut squash. Hey, this is terrific. Make sure it has a nice big neck. Make sure it's at least a little wide, but also nice and long. We're going to use this part too and make a filling for it. Oh, wonderful stuff. Okay, so it's time to make the filling, and I'm going to make the filling as close to classical Braciole filling as possible. So we have Parmesan cheese. We're going to use a substitute for that. We've got garlic and parsley. Nice flavor. So what I'm going to use as part of the filling is the bulb of the butternut squash. Yeah, let's do that. All I want to do is cut the bottom, and the top is already cut from when I separated from the stem. And I want to peel around. Okay, and there you go. Beautiful. A lot of seeds in there, right? I'm just going to grab a teaspoon and kind of scrape those seeds right out. Wonderful. Look at that. Hey, pumpkin seeds as a snack? That's another video. Let's concentrate on this video. All right. Okay, so we're going to start with about 4 tablespoons of olive oil, okay? And I have 1 onion, nice and diced. Okay, now I'm going to add, remember that bulb of butternut squash? I chopped it all up. I'm going to throw it in with the onions. This is going to cook over low heat. For a good 20 minutes or so. Hey, the reason why I cook it this way, what I'm trying to do is to sweat it to get some of the moisture out of the butternut squash. That will intensify the flavor of the butternut squash and make it tangful. That's why I talk with my hands a lot. It's part of the whole thing. Okay. Don't forget, this gets seasoned with just a pinch of salt, just a pinch of black pepper. How terrific is that? Okay, so this has been cooking. Ooh, nice. This has been cooking for about 15 minutes. It's nice and tender, but has a little bit of a bite left to it. I have here 6 cloves of garlic. I sliced it. So I use extra garlic. I use 6 cloves, but I cut it large so it won't be that hot, spicy garlic. It's just going to cook nice, give a nice garlic flavor. Ooh, beautiful. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Very nice. I have some nice Italian parsley. That's the flat leaf parsley. Hey, if you use a lot of garlic in a recipe, you got to add a little parsley. Parsley cleanses your palate and brightens up the dish. Garlic and parsley. Hey, anytime you see garlic in a dish, check it out. If it's a good dish, you got some parsley in there. That's a trade secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay. I just want to take this and run my knife through it. Just to give it a little bit of a cut. I don't want to chop it fine because then it tastes like grass. I just want that nice, fresh parsley flavor. I got to wind up with about a cup of parsley. Woo! I can smell this delicious parslayness. Hey, that's a new word, parslayness. Check that out. That parsley is fantastic. Okay, I'm going to add parsley. I have here 3/4 of a cup of nutritional yeast. Hey, nutritional yeast is that Parmesan cheese flavored ingredient. Hey, I can shut the heat off now. Everything is cooked and nice. I'm going to cool this down so I can handle it later. It smells delicious. Woo! Man, if I can eat this right now, but then if I do, I got to make more. Too lazy to do that. I'll save it for later. Okay. I think I have a slice of butternut squash, and I got to cool them down so I can work with them later. Okay, so now I have to make the meat, but there's no meat. We're going to use instead an eggplant. Hey, look how big this eggplant is. Like the size of my head. Very nice. That's how you know it's good eggplant. Nice and big and firm and not blemished. Okay, so what I want to do is peel it, slice it, bread it, bake it, and then I can stuff it. Woo! You kidding me? It's going to be delicious. Okay, let's go. Hey, I put my glasses on so I can slice it nice and even. Should be about a 1/4 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch. Not too thick, not too thin, so it cooks just perfectly. Okay, hey, I can see you now. Fantastic. How you doing out there? Check this out. I got a half a sheet pan here. I'm going to spray it with some spray oil. Wonderful. I just don't want the eggplant to stick to the pan. Now what I'm using is water and breadcrumbs. And the reason why I'm using water and not egg is because I don't want too much breadcrumbs on the eggplant. Okay, so we dip it into the water like that. Shake off the excess. And then put it in the breadcrumbs. Hey, keep one hand wet and one hand dry. That'll help you keep everything nice. You see, not too much breadcrumb, just perfect. Put on the sheet tray. Hey, I'm putting this in a 375-degree oven. 20 minutes, I'm going to turn it over, and then another 20 minutes. Get them cooked. Fantastic. I'll see you in about 40 minutes. Okay, so now we have to make our sauce. It's not the traditional tomato sauce. A little different because this is like Braciole. I'm trying to make a sauce that I would use in a traditional Braciole. Even though this is not traditional Braciole, but I want the sauce to have that kind of flavor. It's going to be delicious. Check this out. Okay, I'm putting in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a saute pan. I'm going to add 1 red onion that's small diced. Woo! Beautiful. I don't want the red onion to get brown. I just want it to cook a little bit, no color. If it gets brown, it's going to turn the sauce brown. I don't like brown tomato sauce. It's supposed to be red. Okay, the tomato's been cooking for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm going to throw in some garlic. I got here 4 nice cloves of garlic, and I sliced them up. Hey, 4 cloves is a lot of garlic. But because I sliced it, it's not going to have that spicy garlic flavor. It's going to be like sweet and pungent. That's what I like. Hey, last night I'm eating my dinner, and dinner was delicious because I got to wash it down with some wine. I got a little leftover wine. I'm going to put it in the sauce. Fantastic. Tastes good. I'm a huge advocate of using wine when you cook. Same wine that you use to drink. Good wine makes your food taste better. This good wine. Delicious. Okay, let's do some cooking. Okay, I'm going to add about a cup of wine. I'm going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of red pepper flake. Hey, if you want it more spicy, add more flakes, that's all. I'm going to add 1 nice bay leaf. About a 1/4 teaspoon of fresh cracked black pepper. Wait till the sauce is like done. Then you add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, and bring it all together nicely. Right now, let's reduce the wine until it's almost gone. Not quite gone, but almost gone. The eggplant is ready to flip over to the other side. Let's do that. Okay, nice and golden brown, beautiful. You see, I use my hands when I make Italian food. Hey, the more you use your hands, the more the food tastes better. Okay, so use your hands. Talk with your hands. That's good cooking. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning and 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomato. Hey, I swirled about a 1/4 cup of water in the can just to clean it out and thin this out a little bit. Okay, now I can throw in 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of sugar. That sauce looks good. That's good. Taste the wine. Fantastic. Delicious. That's a nice sauce. Okay, so put it on like low fire. Just let it sit until everything else is ready. Gonna be delicious. Okay, so the eggplant came out of the oven. Looks beautiful. Cooled it down a little bit so I can handle it. Okay, so I lay out the eggplant the narrow side towards me. And then I have this casserole dish. Okay, I just cover the bottom with some sauce. I'm going to use a nice big spoon of that butternut squash mixture. And spread it along about 2/3 of the length of the eggplant. Okay, then all I do is roll it up. Roll it up and then put it right in my pan. Right on top of that tomato sauce. That looks fantastic. I'm just going to cover the top with tomato sauce. Cover the casserole. And I put a And I put this in a 350-degree oven, preheated for 1 hour. Fantastic. Okay, so I just took the Braciole out of the oven. Hey, don't forget when you take the tomato sauce and put it on top of the Braciole, don't forget to take the bay leaf out. That's important. Okay, so yeah, look at that. That's delicious. Hey, that's just fantastic. I have another video. Eggplant rollatini. You gotta check it out. It's very good. If you like this eggplant, you'll like that eggplant. And I'll see you with that video. Alright. Delicious. I gotta eat this up right now.